What's up again, yo? I got another neat knife review for you. This is the TwoSun TS. Man, I want to say it's the 111, but I could be wrong on that. I'll have to double check later. If it's not, you'll see a different serial number on the description there. This one's called the Baleen, which, if I remember right from like 4th grade science, is kind of the stringy tendril kind of things in a whale that helps it filter out krill from water or whatnot. And I guess it kind of looks a little whale-like. It's a back flipper. Nice Warncliffe sheep's foot style blade. And as you can kind of see, it's a fairly gentle sway back. So it's got a little bit of a curve there to it. This guy's got a D2 blade. They also make an S90V version, which would be fantastic to have, but I don't have it. It will be mine eventually. But because I freaking adore this knife. So this guy is carbon fiber. It's actual carbon fiber through and through. It's not like a G10 with a little tiny carbon fiber sticker over the top of it. We got a liner lock, which the other side is titanium. You can see he's got a nice milled titanium pocket clip there. And you can see kind of some micro milling going on here, whereas it's got a swoosh of nice, clean, polished stuff going on there. We got a stainless steel insert there, so that you don't have titanium writing right up against the steel, which actually isn't super comfortable. And you have a nice titanium Renolated backspacer, which is pretty darn fantastic. This guy's riding on ceramic bearings, like almost everything that TwoSun does. This guy flies out. He's super fantastic. Fits great, all 4 fingers in my hand. What I have noticed with most Chinese manufacturers, and it doesn't matter if it's TwoSun or Wei, Civivi, Kaiser, whatever, their finger choils, not super big enough for me. I would slice the absolute crap out of my finger if I tried to use it. But that's fine. I really don't end up using finger choils anyway. If I actually want to choke up on a blade, I do a pinch grip like a chef's knife, and that'll actually give me a lot more control there. And if I'm doing super controlled kind of stuff, I'm not putting a lot of force down on it, so that's fine with me. It's an absolutely fantastic knife. It's another NightMorning Design. He's done quite a lot of work with TwoSun. And I figured, why don't I go ahead and take it apart? I got WeHub bits and iFixit kit because I've had it from taking apart electronics over in the past. All of the hardware that you actually need to touch on this thing is T8, including the barrels, spacers through that back spacer and the pivot. The steel insert is technically T6, but there's no reason to ever really deal with any of those guys. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and here, I'll zoom in just a little bit and start taking this dude apart. There we go. I really got them tight with some Loctite the last time I was working on them. Alrighty. So there is that and that. And let's go for the pivot. There we go. So we can lift this guy off. And you can see, yep, that's basically titanium there. No milling or no weight relieving or anything, but this thing's pretty darn light as it is, so I don't particularly mind one way or the other. It does have a steel insert for the ball bearings to ride, because riding on titanium, or on the other side of this, carbon fiber, isn't the super smoothest thing in the world, but yeah. Go ahead and pull that pivot out there. But yeah, you can see definitely that's ceramic bearings there. Ceramic detent as well on that guy. There's also a little bit, you can kind of see, there we go, that little tab there is an over travel stop, so you can't accidentally bend the crap out of this thing, which is neat. And yeah, this guy is super duper titanium as well. He's a real easy knife to go ahead and take apart and maintain. As you can see, this is kind of not a D-shaped pivot, which kind of makes me sad, but it is kind of one of their older designs, and they're certainly doing a lot more of that these days. So I'll go ahead and put them back together real quick. Yeah, you got your stop pen there. It's pretty well, no, it's way out of frame. Okay, yeah, you got your stop pen there. He's pretty well anchored into the carbon fiber, but obviously it sticks into titanium side as well. So alrighty, I already got a lot of KPL on this guy already, so I don't really need a whole lot to do to maintain that. You can notice that the pocket clip is actually mounted on the inside, which makes it like a super clean look to it, which I think is actually pretty darn sweet. It's not reversible, so lefties, well, you're used to it anyway, so. Alright, now let's go ahead and get him snapped all back together. I can't overstate just how much having T8 hardware helps with disassembly and maintenance on these things. It's so much better than T6s, which you can strip out, which honestly, I've gone to purchasing bulk. I got like 6 of these guys that are the Weeha T6 bits for these smaller, not 1/4 inch drivers, because no matter how careful you are, these things will get chewed up. So I figure I think it was a little over $2 a piece. It was certainly worth the investment to just pick up a stack of those in case, I get one all gnarled up, because so many companies love using T6 that I will continue to have that there. Alright, that's basically as tight as it's going to get. I am completely wrong on that. There we go. Still super nice and smooth. I could back it off just a little bit. Yep, no blade play. Dude flies open and closed. This thing is super fantastic. It's one of my favorites that I've gotten from TwoSun. You can see there's no voids whatsoever in the carbon fiber. It's they really do a good job on their carbon fiber, and I have quite a few of them from them. I guess as a last thing that I can do, here, let me zoom right back out. I can go ahead and put it up against some other knives that people are probably more familiar with. Here's that Spyderco PM2 that I was talking about earlier. Here's, well, this is technically an SE Avispa, but it's the same thing as the Ontario Rat Model 1. It's the same kind of design, blade size, everything is pretty much there. It's just this guy's a frame lock. This guy's also in SK5 steel, which I thought was neat because I live in Denver, so I'm not really afraid of carbon steels. Here's it next to my old tattered Benchmade 940. You can see there's kind of a recurve going on in there. I should actually probably fix this thing up at some point. But he's kind of fell out of me carrying him. But I have had him for well over 12 years. Luckily, never had any problem whatsoever with losing hardware or any problems with the Omega springs, so that's cool. I mangled the crap out of the pocket clip because I didn't want it to be black on the original. That's fine. And one of my old tried and true favorites, the Spyderco Enduro, which obviously is a little bit larger. Yep, that guy's got full serrations, and yes, I was absolutely happy to have that. This thing chews through cardboard like you wouldn't believe, so if you actually have to do a lot of work and need to get through a ton of rope and whatnot, this guy's pretty fantastic. Don't overlook that those spider blades, because or spider edge, I think is what they refer to their fully serrated ones. But anyway, this video is about the TwoSun Baleen, and it's fan-damn-tastic. Alright, see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of your day, yo.